talk about the fourth one real quick, because I think you and I pretty much have the same opinion about it.
I might surprise you with my opinion on it.
So,
Not really, but I don't think it's okay. There's portions of it that aren't bad, but the ending. Okay, so you have the nuclear refrigerator. That's stupid. And okay, so here's the thing. I was thinking about it earlier today. I really think that the premise of the movie could have been done well. Like, they could have made it a good movie, even with bringing in, like, aliens and stuff like that. Like, I think it still could have been done well. I just don't think that they did. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. And there are a lot of things that I know that there are problems with the movie, and it's not my favorite Indiana Jones movie, and there's a reason I've only seen it so many times. But, like, I don't think that, because here's the thing. Within Indiana Jones, they brought up topics like, a god with the Ark of the Covenant, and it's like a spirit world, basically, with all the voodoo and all that stuff in Temple of Doom. And then you have the Last Crusade with the Holy Grail, and so that's like a myth of sorts, and then they bring in aliens. So it's like, okay, is it really that much of a step to bring in aliens? No. Did they do it good? Also, no. But I don't think the premise is as far-fetched as people make it sound.
Okay, but the thing about it, though, is like, well, yes, it's not real. Like, yes, you've established that there's all this like magic is real in the Indiana Jones universe and stuff, but everything from the first three is still spiritual.
Yeah. What they probably should have done if they wanted to introduce aliens was probably dive into aliens within the realm of, like, maybe the Egyptian culture. And what I say that is because, a lot of, there's, the conspiracy theories, like aliens built the pyramids. And it's like, they could have dived into that because, okay, like, Ark of the Covenant, Holy Grail. Those are two, like, common, like, Ark of the Covenant is a mythological, real world item. So is the Holy Grail, and I don't know, Temple Doom didn't have anything, but within the realm, it's things that, like, we've heard of, we know of. They were, supposed real things at some point in history. There was never anything of a crystal skull like this, at least in history. This is not a historical item, which is what Indiana Jones is supposed to be, and it kind of loosely bangs around with history. Whereas if they maybe did it within, like, okay, maybe they were looking into, like, the Egyptians and the way that they communicated with aliens and they built the pyramids, they could have done that and maybe still dived into aliens without making a movie that was completely out of left field. I don't know. It's one of the two.
Or if you want to get into like real world myths or whatever, do something with Atlantis or something like that. There are things you can do that yeah. But I think that's one of the big things about the Crystal Skull is it's a decent action movie, but it's not. It doesn't really feel like the first three do.
Yeah. I'll say it very much feels the same way. I feel very much the same way about it that I do about Pirates of the Caribbean fourth iteration.
Yeah.
The fourth movie has good moments. Overall, is not good. Actually, like, one of my favorite scenes.
Isn't the plot very similar in both of those?
Well, I guess they look at the Holy Grail, so that'd be closer to Last
Well, no,
Crusade.
it's the Fountain of Youth, isn't it? In Pirates
Fountain
5.
of Youth. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. But
Also,
like one of my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean scenes is that opening scene where Captain Jack is escaping at the beginning of the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Like I absolutely love that scene, and then it goes downhill from there.
mm-hmm. Yeah. You also mentioned the nuclear refrigerator a minute ago. Have you heard the theory that like
He's dead.
the rest of the like the rest of the movie is just him hallucinating from the radiation?
Yeah. I've heard that. Also, yeah, like I said, I heard the ones where like, he died and this is I don't know, I guess like how his conscious like or maybe it's just I'm combining the two theories. Either way, I don't necessarily buy it. I feel like they just made a bad movie, but I feel like it's a really good way to just be like, we don't like this. Let's figure a way to retcon it.
Hmm.
I do feel like that's probably one of the turning points in the movie where it's like, what am I watching?
So
This makes no sense now.
But that was very much in the same vein as a lot of the in the past like 20 years there's been a lot of sequels and reboots of movies from the 80s. And that was just another one of them.